Learning disabilities. What is learning disability? Learning disabilities are neurobiological disorders that alter brain functioning in a manner which affects one or more cognitive processes related to learning. These processing problems can interfere with learning basic skills such as reading, writing, or math. They can also interfere with higher level of skills such as organizations, time planning, abstract reasoning, longer short-term memory, and attention. Learning disability cannot be cured or fixed. It is a lifelong challenge. Learning disability is an umbrella term describing a number of other more specific learning disabilities. Learning disability can be diagnosed in someone with average or above average intelligence. Causes of LD: heredity, problem during pregnancy and birth, accidents after birth, environment like increased exposure to toxins such as lead found in paint, ceramics, toys, etc. Major types of LD: dyslexia, also known as reading disorder. People with dyslexia have difficulty in phonemic awareness, difficulty with word decoding, fluency rate of reading, rhyming, spelling, vocabulary, comprehension, and written expression. Dysgraphia, specific learning disability in writing. Common characteristics include tight, awkward pencil grip and body position, avoiding writing or drawing tasks, trouble forming letter shapes as well as inconsistent shaping between letters or words, difficulty writing or drawing on a line or within margins, trouble organizing thoughts on paper, trouble keeping track of thoughts already written down, difficulty with syntax, structure and grammar, large gap between written ideas and understanding demonstrated thought speech. Dyscalculia, specific learning disabilities in math. Common characteristics include difficulty with counting, learning number facts and doing math calculations, difficulty with measurement, telling time, counting money and estimating number and quantities, trouble with mental maths and problem solving strategies. Aphasia, communication disorder. Aphasia may cause difficulties in speaking, listening, reading and writing. Dysorthographia, spelling disorder. Common characteristics include addition in unneeded letters, omission of needed letters, reversal of vowels, difficulty in understanding the correspondence between sound and word. Auditory processing deficit or auditory processing disorder is the term used to describe a weakness in the ability to understand and use auditory information. Characteristics include auditory discrimination, auditory figure ground discrimination, auditory memory, auditory sequencing. Visual processing deficit or visual processing disorder. It is the term used to describe a weakness in the ability to understand and use visual information. Characteristics include visual discrimination, visual figure ground discrimination, visual sequencing, visual motor processing, visual memory, visual closure, spatial relationship. Non-verbal learning disabilities, also known as NVLD. This term is used to describe the characteristics of an individual who have unique learning and behavioral profiles that may overlap with dyslexia, dyscalculia, and dysgraphia, but that differ in significant ways. Children with NVLD have trouble with math, computation and problem solving, visual spatial task and motor coordination, reading body language and social cues. Famous people with learning disability: Elon Musk, autism spectrum disorder; Tom Cruise, dyslexia; Cher, dyslexic and dyscalculic, dyslexia; Agatha Christie, suffered from dysgraphia; Albert Einstein, autism spectrum disorder; George Washington, dyslexia; Leonardo da Vinci, dyslexia, ADHD, other learning disorders and attention issues; Charles Darwin. Historians claim that Darwin suffered from obsessive compulsive disorder as well as mild dyslexia. Conclusion: LD is a lifelong condition which affects both children and adults in vocational and social atmosphere. Having LD doesn't need to be a disadvantage, it is just a different learning style. LD has a nice collection of strength. Many famous and successful people prove that positive mindset and approach towards LD can be a massive advantage in life. Thank you. Learning disabilities. What is learning disability?